Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series on Renewable Energy Engineering. I am Trivedi, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at LJIET Institute of Engineering and Technology. We are studying our new chapter named Biomass Energy. In this session, we study about Introduction of Biomass. You all are already aware about the biomass energy and how it is cultivated and early everything about it. So this will be the revision for you, all based on what you have already studied in your school time. Okay, so as you know, in our India, it is a country of villages where the energy required for the domestic purpose such as cooking is made from the dried wood, twigs, leaves of the plants and other dried organic matter such as cow dung. All these are called as biomass, as you have already studied about it. Now, it is easily available freely as waste. In generally, village people usually collect from the farm when it is needed. They burn them and make food. Unlike coal and petroleum, which has been millions of years to form, the biomass is fast renewable form of energy and available freely as waste and discarded matter. Now, biomass is an organic matter, one of the non-conventional source of energy. It is derived from living organism, organic matter such as plants, leaves, twigs, excreta of humans as well as animals, dropping of birds, husk of crops and many more, which are obtained by every place in our earth. So, you know very well about what the biomass is. Now, it is also considered as a byproduct of solar energy or the form of solar energy. As you all know, all plants grow with the help of the sun rays, with the photosynthesis process. As you all know, the process, so I do not need to explain the photosynthesis process to you. Now, but you all can understand that the biomass is also the form of solar energy. And by this, we are getting oxygen during the process. So, if we will use the biomass in our day-to-day life, we surely benefit by it. Now, as you know, biomass is an organic matter. Okay, organic matter, it means it is not an artificial one. So, let us understand the different forms of it. It has divided in three forms: solid, liquid and gaseous, as the other different parts are divided: solid, liquid and gaseous, as all the other contents. Now, let me explain the solid form of biomass. Generally, in the rural areas, if you imagine what the solid part, it is surely that the wood, okay, twigs, leaves. So, generally in the rural area, it is used as domestic fuel. It is freely available everywhere. It includes leaves of plants, barks, stems of trees, twigs, cutting of trees and plants, dried sticks, sugarcane, forest products and many more. The list is going on and on. So, aquatic plants or hydrophytic such as moss, lilies, marine, alga and kelp, which grow under the water, also considered as solid mass. But yes, you have to remember that because they are growing under the water, hence they contain more moisture. Okay, we have to dry them completely before using it. Now, if we see the liquid biomass, it is obtained from chemical process carried out on the solid biomass, such as cow dung or other waste. They form methyl alcohol and ethanol, etc. Okay, through the fermentation of the biomass. Now, when traditional biomass is undergoing anaerobic digestion in biogas plants, the gaseous biomass fuels are produced, also known as methane and ethane. Groups of gaseous biomass fuels are produced. Now, let us explain the advantages of biomass. Now, the list of the advantages are many more, but here I contain only 10 of it. Now, first one, permanent source of renewable energy. Okay, and it can be repeatedly grown, obtained as biomass. We can grow it. We can grow the plants, and we are the human beings, we have animals. We can get the biomass at each and every time. Now, it is non-pollutant of the atmosphere, but here in this case, there is a clause. Okay, we'll later discuss about it. Now, it does not gives fuels, but it also gives good quality organic manure, which when used forms give bumper crops. So, it is the organic manure also. Now, next, methane gas produced from the biomass is used as domestic fuel in a gas stoves. Methane gas can be used to run engines and generators, and in the generators for producing the electricity. Now it is available everywhere and no need of any transportation. Now it can be grown nearly by seas and lakes, and the lands can be spread for the food crops. Internal combustion engines can also be run on biogas produced from the biomass. It is basically known as biodiesel. Okay. Now biomass can be used for production of the plastic and pharmaceutical products. And the last but not least, the use of biomass keep the surrounding clean and healthy without insects and waste. So now let us study about disadvantages. Obviously it may have some disadvantages. So let us have biomass contain nearly 50 to 90% of water. Hence it is heavy. Okay, now as I have already discussed with you, so transportation is very difficult. If we want to transport it, it is difficult. Okay, now direct combustion of biomass produces smoke and smell. Obviously, because it contained water content, okay, 50 to 90%. Nearly 60% is there where we see all the plants. We have to dry them completely. Okay, by drying them completely, the ratio of a smoke production will be lesser. Okay, otherwise, it will produce the lots of smokes and smell. Now, calorific value of the biomass, if burnt in the raw form, is very less. So we have to convert it in any other form. Okay, we have to remember it to convert it. Then and then we will get the higher calorific value. Now, biomass conversion plants such as biogas plants are necessary to convert raw biomass into the useful energy form. There are different plants from which we are getting the biodiesel, okay, like sugarcane, eucalyptus, etc. etc. So we have to dry them completely in having stock of it. Now, biogas plants needs lots of care and maintenance for its successful operation. It requires lots of care, obviously, and biogas plant cannot used in urban areas where the space availability is limited. So what we need to do in this case? We have to modify our biogas plants so that at a very less space we can generate lots of biogas. Then and then we can use it. Now, biogas plants occupy land areas, obviously. And if the biomass is required to be transported over a long distance, the cost of transportation is very high. Obviously, it should be. Now, it is uneconomical of if raw biomass such as cow dung is not freely available. Now, student, first of all, you understand why we need to study about the disadvantages. We have to study about the disadvantages because if we know what are the disadvantages, we can overcome it. Okay, so now after studying the advantages and disadvantages, let us study about characteristic of the biomass, because it is very important phenomena by which we can calculate the total effect of it. So here there are nearly 9 to 10 characteristics of the biomass. Biomass is all time available and never exhausting. So it is the prime characteristic of the biomass. Now second one, biomass does not contribute in pollution and global warming. So it is also very, very important. Biofuels available from biogas plants have high calorific value and can be used for power generation. Now, if we see about point number 2, it does not contribute in the pollution and global warming. Remember, wood burned, it produces pollution, but it does not contribute in global warming. Now, by this statement, what are you understand? What do you understand? So here, because wood will give us in its whole lifetime lots of oxygen, okay, and it consumes carbon dioxide from the environment, right? So because it has already consumed carbon dioxide from the environment, it cleans the environment, and after the dried form, if we burn it out, it will not give us that much carbon dioxide which it consumes during its life cycle. Hence, it is the basic characteristic. It does not contribute in global warming, okay, at a particular time cycle. We have to understand this. Now, biomass is a raw energy, freely available. It is everywhere. It is very cheap, obviously. The conversion technology is very simple, and unskilled person can also use it. Now, it produces from the biomass can be burnt directly in the gas stove like LPG. So, if you produce the biogas, it can be burnt directly, but that should have some modification in the valve. We have to use the larger valve instead of the smaller valve. Okay, there is just small modifications will be there. Now, biomass conversion gives good quality organic manure, okay, as byproduct, which can give better yield of the farms. And last one, it is an organic matter completely. Okay. Now, let us have the uses of biomass. So, it is the best organic biomass, can directly used as domestic fuels. Biogas is used as domestic fuel in the gas stove like LPG gas, but I have already told you that the valve should be of a larger size. Just like in our home, we are using natural gas. Okay, so natural gas valve and the biogas valve are nearly in a similar size. So the valve size should be slightly high, slightly bigger. Now biogas can be used to run the engines, but obviously because it contains water content, we have to modify it. And as well as boilers and turbines. If we use it in boilers and turbines, it is easy, but if we are using it in IC engines, it should be processed very well. Now methane gas produced from the biogas plants can be used to run the gas engine and farm machineries. It is used for heating the water. So students, thank you all of you for watching this video. If you have any query, you can contact. Thank you.